A leader leads today on Fortitude Through Stoicism, and this is my 365-day journey of implementing the ancient philosophy of Stoicism into the life of this modern masculine man. The quote today, Marcus Aurelius, Roman Emperor. Remember, a leader leads. One person on doing well by others immediately accounts the expected favor in return. Another is not so quick, but still considers the person a debtor and knows the favor. A third kind of person acts as if not conscious of the deed, rather like a vine producing a cluster of grapes without making further demands, like a horse after a race, like a dog after its walk, or a bee after making its honey. Such a person, having done a good deed, won't go shouting from the rooftops, but simply moves on to the next deed, just like the vine produces another bunch of grapes in the right season. Talk about this all the time. Leadership is duty. It's a burden. It's a responsibility. People think it's a reward. It's a blessing. It's the ability to have others do the work. Have you ever noticed someone repeat one of your ideas, or you have a younger sibling that mimics your behavior? Or in work, someone plagiarizes and kind of copies what you're doing. When we're young and experienced, we have negative feelings about those situations. Stop copying me, I was here first. But as we mature, we see them in a different light, as Ryan Holiday accounts. We understand that stepping up and helping is a service that leaders provide the world. It is our duty to do this in big situations and in small ones. If we expect to be leaders, we must be thankless. We must see that thankless service comes with a job. We must do what leaders do, because it's what leaders do. Not for the credit, not for the thanks, not for the recognition. Because it's our duty, it's our responsibility. And I always say this, I don't like to lead. I do it in absence of someone better. I will gladly get out of the way, 100% of the time. I just need someone to step up. I am a Sigma. I don't like the spotlight. I don't like being out front. It makes me very uncomfortable. I'm an introvert. I like being behind the scenes. I like being the mastermind. I like helping others achieve things they couldn't achieve on their own. I like to raise the tide around me so all boats rise. So, when I was young, I was in the Marine Corps. Different type of leadership model than when I was in the Army, a little bit older. The Marine Corps teaches you decentralize, solve problems at the lowest level, improvise, adapt, overcome. Army's a little different. The Army's top-down, totalitarian, hey, do as you're told. Do as I say, not as I do. That's the Army model, right? So if the first sergeant says to eat your soup with a fork, you're going to eat your soup with a fork. And the answer is because the first sergeant said so. And the Marines, they never do that shit because it's retarded, right? But that's the difference in leadership models. And yes, I can speak to both because I've been in both, so don't attack me. And it starts with a model matching. I can even explain that in depth. It starts with a model matching. But so does leadership, doesn't it? Because we all know those shitty leaders who are those barking bosses that, will be in their office and hide behind their people cracking the whip. Then there'll be people out there leading from the front. But then there'll also be people out there, leaders that can delegate, can have good conversations. They don't have to be the doer. They can be the delegator. But because they're leading and because they're supporting, because they're doing it in a servant leadership model, okay, this is what people think leadership looks like. The leader's at the top, everyone's below them. Servant leadership, the leader's at the bottom supporting the entire organization. It is his responsibility to remove obstacles, set the expectations, and hold them accountable to the mission. But most importantly, get the fuck out of the way so they can do their job. Leadership is a thankless thing. When we win, it's the team. When we lose, it's me. I could have done better, right? That's what leadership looks like. So how does one know how to lead? Right? Is it born? Is it taught? Yes. Yes. Both. Yes. Can leaders be made? Yeah. But not the exceptional ones. The exceptional ones are born just a little bit different. They understand what sacrifice means. They understand the burden of making difficult decisions. They don't shy away from those decisions. They don't shy away from those challenges. They confront those challenges head on. That's what a leader does. You will hear me all the time brag about my team. At work, all the time. They give me all this praise. It's my team. And it's the truth. It is honestly the truth. Because a leader is useless without a team. And a team is useless without a leader. The difference I learned very on was got my hands on the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John C. Maxwell. The book changed my life because I started reading what leadership was and not management. There's a difference. There's a difference between managing people and leading people. Huge difference. Before John C. Maxwell, there was management books. After John C. Maxwell, there was leadership books. So, how did I go down this path knowing nothing? I know nothing, Jon Snow. I still know nothing, Jon Snow. I know nothing. That's why every day I crave knowledge. I crave enhancement in my performance. I crave betterment of my soul so that I can be better for the people that rely on me. Now, I could easily live a different life than I live. I could disappear, melt away, never help or enrich another soul in my life, and just live my life somewhere throughout the world. I have the ability to do that. But I choose the sacrifice and the burden of helping people and leading them to a place they couldn't go on their own. A leader leads. And if you hear them brag about it was all them, not a leader. Maybe a high performer, but low trust. Kind of like we talked about with the SEALs. Trust is important. It's the basis of any relationship or partnership. I could talk endlessly about leadership, but the biggest thing that I need to impress upon anybody who's listening, and a daily reminder to myself, is this is a burden. I have a responsibility to put the food on people's plates. I have the responsibility to help them lead a different life than they otherwise would have. I will gladly step out of the way if there's someone else that can do it better. So on that, I'm going to go have an amazing day.